Hi ladies! Welcome to my latest pregnancy update. I say ladies, I'm presuming it's mostly ladies watching me, but sorry if there's gentlemen as well. Hello gentlemen. So I've just passed week 23. I had a checkup a few days ago. I always kind of wait until I've had my most recent checkup to do one of these, just to be sure, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, I've just passed the 23-week mark. Feeling very, very good. The pregnancy is going completely smoothly. Everything is as it should be, and I suppose at the minute I'm just feeling particularly grateful for that. To be on my second pregnancy without any complications. It's not something that happens for everybody, whether it's a small issue or a big issue. Pregnancy is complicated, and to have one that goes smoothly, well, I feel very lucky, and again, like I said, very grateful. As is kind of common with the second pregnancy, I've been getting movement from very early on this time. So I've been feeling the baby moving probably from about 18 weeks. And in the last week, I feel like in the last week I'm feeling the baby move the way I used to feel with Frankie in the last couple of months. Maybe that doesn't happen for everybody. Maybe I'm just hyper aware of it. But yeah, lots of movement at the minute, which is, it's nice, it's reassuring. But the only thing is then you get those days where they don't move that much and you're worrying just as much. But it's strange because some days it sits really high up and you'd really notice that I was pregnant, and it's actually more comfortable that way. And other days then it seems to be really, really low down in my pelvis and quite uncomfortable, and I'm getting an awful lot of trouble with my bladder as well. And nighttime is kind of got to that kind of uncomfortable stage. It's still not stopping me from sleeping, but I'd say it won't be long now somehow. Exercise wise, still going really well. I'm still exercising pretty much every day. I would, even before pregnancy, I probably would have exercised about 6 days a week. So I'd say I'm averaging about 5 at the minute. The only thing is running is becoming very challenging because of the position. Last time I managed to run, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was well into the 30 odd weeks. I think it might have been 32, 33 weeks. But like here I am at 23 and it just doesn't feel good. I do it the odd time, but it just doesn't feel as comfortable as it should. And like that, the pressure on my bladder is a lot. So I just don't know if I'll bother with the running for much longer. I get a really decent cardio workout just from walking with the buggy anyway. So I might just do that instead if the weather will bloody allow me to do it. Otherwise, doing all of my usual stuff. So, still doing a lot of resistance exercises, working kind of with 8 to 12 kg kettlebells, a lot of body weight work. Still doing I'm still both doing myself and teaching Pilates, and I'm going to yoga as well. So, between that and all the circuit sort of style exercises that I do, yeah, I'm getting really good workouts in and still feeling really good. Not feeling as breathless as I did kind of earlier on in the pregnancy, so that's nice. Food wise, I'm eating fairly well. We've had a lot on kind of around the weekends over the last few weeks, so I'm doing my usual, which is being as good as I can be from kind of Monday to Friday, and then letting rip a little bit at the weekend, but still not overdoing it completely. I'm starting to get to that stage where I feel quite full quite quickly, so it's really is pushing me on to eat little and often rather than stuffing myself. But yeah, no, food's going really well and feeling like I have plenty of energy and just generally feeling really good. I'm fairly lucky that I am feeling so well because I'm very busy with work at the minute. I have the online course, the 6-week online course running, and I have a fantastic group of women on that. That's running for the whole summer, so if anyone wants to sign up for that, it's running from now until the 5th of September. You can sign up for 6 weeks of access at any stage, and I'll put the link up with this post as well, just for anyone who wants to check that out. That's not pregnancy fitness, that's general fitness, so I would have everything from brides to be to new mothers to just women in general who want to get a little bit fitter in that group. Also, I set up a buggy boot camp again about 3 weeks ago, and that's going really well. It's on a Wednesday morning in Portlaoise. I'll put some information up about that too if anyone wants to check that out. It's a lovely class for anyone who wants to get a little bit of exercise in but needs to bring babies or kids or that along with them too. They've got my normal evening classes, so normal boot camp, Pilates, my usual personal training, and then I also have the private pregnancy fitness group on Facebook, which now has over 100 members, which is fantastic. It's quite a laid back group. It's just a place where I can help to inform other women about safe and effective ways to exercise and eat healthily during pregnancy. So I would have women who are pregnant and women who are hoping to get pregnant, or just people who are interested in general in that group. And yeah, so it's a lovely group. If you want to join that, again, I'll put the details with the post. It's also looking like I might be starting a pregnancy fitness class in Portlaoise in the coming weeks too. I posted a little bit about it recently, and there was an awful lot of people interested in it, women interested in it. So that's something I'm looking into. I'm trying to just find a little bit more time to do it, but if I do get that up and running, I'll let people know about it. And if the thing that you are interested in and you want to put your name down for it in the meantime, you can shoot me an email. I've been getting fantastic feedback about these pregnancy updates and the vlogs, and just talking about pregnancy fitness in general. So thank you to everybody who has contacted me to say that they really like them. I was feeling a little bit nervous kind of last week about doing these, and that was because, well, it wasn't because, but it was partly to do with the fact I came across a blog post from a woman. I think it's an Irish blog. Yeah, it's an Irish blog, and basically this woman is also pregnant, but she was just blogging to say that she wouldn't be posting about her pregnancy out of consideration for people who struggle to conceive or people who have pregnancy issues. And it did kind of make me stop in my tracks and think, God, should I not do this? Is it not fair to those women? And I thought it through, but what I decided was that I'm not here to say, look at me, my pregnancy is so fantastic, how fabulous am I? I'm here to spread a message about something that I feel very passionate about, and that is keeping fit during pregnancy. And it's something that I feel that's lacking for women, particularly in Ireland, is the encouragement to stay fit and the education about how to do it safely. So for that reason, I am going to continue to do this. I hope it's not upsetting for anybody to watch. I suppose I would just ask that if watching my pregnancy update or my pregnancy progression upsets you, just don't. I don't mean go away or anything like that. I just mean don't do it to yourself. And hopefully down the line you'll be celebrating a healthy pregnancy, and this will be something that you'll be wanting to be informed about. But yeah, that made me think a little bit. And it kind of leads me on to what I wanted to talk a bit about today, and that is pregnancy weight gain, which is a massive issue for a lot of women. And I suppose, first of all, just from that point that I just covered there about people who struggle to conceive or who have issues in pregnancy, there's a massive guilt thing around worrying about pregnancy weight gain during your pregnancy, because we're supposed to be so delighted that we're pregnant and that everything is going well, that we're not really supposed to, we're not supposed to care about superficial things like weight gain. But I know from my own personal experience, and now from having worked with so many women who have been pregnant, that it's a massive issue. So we can't just ignore it just because unfortunately there are other people who do struggle. It's something that I do want to talk about. Firstly, I suppose I just want to say that I don't think it's appropriate for anybody to comment on a pregnant woman's weight at all. It's a completely media-driven thing. The way that they comment on celebrities during their pregnancies, whether that be a celeb who doesn't put on much weight or a celebrity who does, it's always a hot topic of conversation. And particularly where the celebrity has put on a lot of weight, they use the most unflattering pictures without actually directly saying what they're trying to say, which is horrible. But that's neither here or there. I suppose what all I wanted to talk about really in relation to weight gain is, first of all, just to acknowledge that if you are, if you fear or you worry about putting on weight during pregnancy, you're not a very bad person. You're allowed to worry about that, because your body is still your body regardless of the fact that you're carrying a baby. You're still allowed to think about yourself. But I suppose I'd encourage women to think about it in a different way and not to obsess about the weight. Certainly don't weigh yourself. You get weighed very often during pregnancy, so I would say dump the scales, do not stand on them during pregnancy, leave that to the doctors and nurses. But I would just say that you need to really approach pregnancy from a health perspective rather than a weight perspective. And that means that no matter what weight you put on, whether it's a little or a lot, once you're eating a healthy, balanced diet and exercising regularly, you don't have anything to worry about. The problem is that it's often promoted to not do those things during pregnancy. And what I mean by that is we really do treat pregnancy as a time when women can abandon themselves. It's really like we treat pregnancy like it's an illness, and that it's not a time to maintain, a healthy diet and to exercise regularly, when it really is more important than any other time that you do that. And just to say, I suppose, people are totally entitled to do what they like. So if you are somebody who does just want to give into that sort of ideal and just, you know, not exercise, not eat healthy during pregnancy, you are well within your rights. I suppose I'm just here to talk to the people who don't want that. And I suppose I'm talking from my own experience having been pregnant, but more so from the experience who've worked with women who were struggling with weight gain. And most of them very honestly pinpointed pregnancy as the time where everything went kind of wrong for them. And that's sad, because what happened was nobody encouraged them to eat healthily, nobody encouraged them to exercise, everyone encouraged them to do the opposite, and they were left with the outcome. And I am obviously not talking about the natural weight that's gained during pregnancy. I mean, so you've got quite a lot of weight there between baby and fluid and anything else that comes naturally with pregnancy. What I'm talking about is the excess weight that women are gaining during pregnancy that isn't necessary. And it's quite well documented, the statistics are there, it is happening. And you know, we're not doing ourselves any favours when we let ourselves put on an excessive amount of weight like that, because it's not like you go in there, give birth to your baby and give birth to the excess weight. It's still there afterwards. And totally not to frighten any first time mothers to be, but it can be a lot harder to exercise regularly after you have a baby than beforehand, because obviously, you know, they're consuming so much of your time. So I suppose just to say really that in as much as you possibly can during your pregnancy, try and maintain a good diet and a good level of fitness. And, you know, don't kid yourself, and do relax, do enjoy it, but just remember that it's you afterwards, it's you that's left with whatever is left after the pregnancy. And just to mind yourself and not worry about your weight, but worry about your health. And that's all I'm going to say for today, because I'm probably going on a bit too much with it. But if anyone has any questions or any comments or anything like that, please feel free to contact me. And like I said, that private pregnancy fitness group is there, and if you want to join it, give me a shout. I'll put all the links mentioned in this post or in this video with the post as well. Bye.